Hey, just wanted to jump on here and talk about some things that are close to my heart. One of the things is that sometimes as we get older, our friends move apart, and we got to learn to either make new friends or to learn to do things by ourselves. It's scary that the first time to do something by yourself, to do something new, especially if you're always a person that's always with people or with friends and being around things, it's really scary. But you got to sometimes move on and do things by yourself. Give an example. My sister was traveling. The train is her thing. She loves traveling. I'm not a big train. I love trains, but not long distance cross country. She wanted to take this cross country trip for her birthday. And she asked several people, hey, she got even found it with somebody could get half price, they can go. And she had a sleeper. She was excited. She was going to cross country from New England to California, and she couldn't find a soul to go with her. Matter of fact, this was her second trip. The first trip, she still couldn't find a soul. And so she decided she would meet people on the train and she would go ahead on and go down across country. I don't think she was really scared. She's a social person, so she met people. She was in a sleeper. They made things sure that everything was safe, but she went across country by herself by train for several days, going and coming back. I personally met her in California to celebrate her birthday because I was one of those that weren't going. But she wasn't going to be deterred. She went by herself. Another thing of a friend of mine, I know I have these strange friends who I was going down to New Orleans and I was going, hey, I invite you, come on down. All you got to do is get airfare. You can stay here with me. And she was like, oh, I can't go. Well, why can't you go? Because I got to travel by myself. I don't know how to travel by myself. Well, it's good. You get your ticket, you get on the plane, and you get there. You get a taxi and stuff. When you get there and get to no. So I said, you're going to stop going someplace you want to go because nobody's going with you. When you get there, I'm going to be there to see you, so we'll be able to go. And she huffed and she puffed and she said, I guess I got to put on my big girl panties and go down the road. And she did. And she had a wonderful time when she got there. But so many times we look out and we say we can't go because nobody's going with us. We got to learn to kind of go, be it whether it's traveling. Again, I have a friend who's getting ready to go on a cruise. And she's going on, I believe it's a 20-day cruise. Something like that, 20, 25 days. It's long. By herself. In her separate cabin by herself. She paid extra for the supplement to have a room by herself, but she's going and by herself. Now, I'm not really, I like me. I don't know if I would do that, but this is something she does all the time, be it she's going to several cruises by herself. She's going to Mexico by herself. Goes out to eat. She goes to play. Whatever it is that she's moving, she wants to do, she goes and she does it. And she has a wonderful time. I say that you need to do more of that. Yeah, it's scary, but once you start, you meet people, you go and you see I mean, not telling you to make yourself unsafe going these places, but go anyhow. Go to the concerts by yourself. I'm really good going to festivals. Of course, those who know I'm Washington, D.C., they got a lot of festivals. A lot of my friends aren't going to get on the train and go downtown to the festival. They're just not going to go. They may drive, but I'm not going to drive because I can't find a park. Well, that's why I take the train. Or I can't go because there's a lot of walkers, no place to sit down. Well, I put on my sneakers and I ain't lean against the Pope and I'm going to go. I'm going to have a good time. No, I can't go. So a lot of times they don't go. Or if they go, I'm not seeing everything at the festival, whatever it is, because they got to sit there watching people, or they have inventory issues, or they're tired, or they want to eat, whatever it is. There's some reason. So a lot of things that I know requires a lot of walking, a lot of activities. I'm going to be walking back and forth. I may be dancing. I may be doing I sometimes have to go by myself because we all got different kinds of friends and they like to do different kinds of things. But they may not all like to do what you like to do. And again, you're in your 60s. You could be in your 50s and 40s now, but a lot of times you're there and you haven't kept yourself in good physical shape. You may not have been eating right, you're not exercising, so you don't want to do something that takes a lot of walking. But then you have somebody who does. So even if it's someplace like people like to go to buffets. Sometimes if everybody doesn't want to go to the buffet, but worry about what to eat. I have another friend that likes to do casinos. Oh, she loves casinos. The casinos steal my money. Honestly, they take my money. I'm not one that wins all the time. I hardly ever win. So I use it as a donation to the city I'm going to. Sometimes because she likes it. And, again, she has less and less friends. They moved away. They live with the kids, whatever it is. They aren't there. So she has to go to the casino by herself. And she would get in her car, drive down the road to MGM or Maryland Live or whatever one that she's near. If she's in Philadelphia, she goes to one in Philadelphia or whatever. And she goes by herself and she has a good time. She, eats there. She does different things. I don't want anybody to stop living their life because they got to do it by themselves. No. Sometimes you're going to have to make that step. I remember one year I went to, I had a friend that was in Florida. She was in St. Pete. And I wanted to go to St. Pete. But somehow or another, between the time I set to go and the time, she wasn't in St. Pete. She had to travel. She had to do it. She said, okay, well, I'll leave you the key. Come on down to St. Pete. Here's my address. The key will be with such and such. Go have a good time. I was like, I don't necessarily want to go down to St. Pete. I don't want to go there by myself. But I wanted to go to St. Pete. I like the Gulf of Mexico. I like the water. They were having a big festival. I think it was called the Gasparilla Festival or something. I wanted to do that. I wanted to be a part. I wanted to put my feet in the water. But she wasn't going to be there. Took all my power, but I got on the plane, got there, took a cab or whatever. It was a cab, got there, got the key, went there. She was in the apartment, stayed in a strange city in her apartment by myself the whole time. I don't think she ever came. I think she wasn't there the whole time. I'm not really sure. Went to the beach sometimes during the day. I went to the Gasparilla Festival. I went downtown. I did it all by myself. Well, I talked to people, met people while I was there, but I had a good time. Don't let life pass you by because there's nobody to do it with. And that, some people are loners. They're fine. They can do everything because that's how they are. But there's some social beings like us. We're used to doing things and like being around people, like sharing that experience with somebody. When I went to Panama, I enjoyed going down the Panama Canal and getting the experience of going through the canal. Not just by me, but sharing it with other people. These are memories we talk about now. Remember when we went down the Panama Canal? Remember we did this? Remember we were in Paris and we did... I like those kind of things. Or what about that restaurant we went to and that food was crap? Oh, we ain't go back there no more. Whatever it is, I like that, but I also know that in life there's going to be things that I want to do. And do I want to sit there and say, I can't go? I'm not going. I can't go. I wanted to go see Beyonce, but nobody wanted to see Beyonce, and nobody wanted to pay the money for the ticket. So I didn't get to go see Beyonce. No. You go and you live. Okay, I got my ticket. I'm going to see Beyonce. Take a lot of selfies of yourself at the concert. You have your memories, and you did it. You had a good time. Because, again, I know you keep hearing this from me. You only pass this way once, to my knowledge. Enjoy your life. And sometimes life enjoyment got to be by yourself. And if you love yourself and enjoy doing things by yourself and enjoy you can do it. But don't stop living. Go. Be creative. Expand out. Look at what's going on in your city. Look at what's there to do. And do it. I mean, now even with travel, they have a whole travel package that people who travel singly, by themselves, whatever, they can go and do it. They have a whole package, special trips, things for singles. Because there are a lot of singles. People married, their husband has passed or they're divorced, they're empty nesters, the kids have moved on. Everybody got their own lives, but we haven't stopped living. We still want to do things. We still want the joy of experimenting, National Pizza Day. We want to go out for pizza, but all your friends hate pizza. Well, you know what? You go out for pizza. Or take a cooking class in Spain. You want to do it and experiment and do it if that's your passion. Time waits for no one. Your passion waits for no one. Your life waits for no one. You need to go and do it for you. Go out and live your life. And if it means by yourself, In another episode or another, I'm going to talk about how you meet new people and define your interests, but it may not always be. So I always stress the point, go ahead, live your life. Go ahead, do it by yourself. Even if you're scared, guess what? Do it anyhow. Because sometimes it's just going to be you. And you can't stop living to become a hermit because it's only you.